What's up, everyone? Welcome to Pound for Pound TV. This is Michael, and it's been a while, but I'm back. Coming to you Saturday, July 30, USA, East Coast time from the Barclays Center, Brooklyn. We will see the return of former unified super lightweight and former WBC welterweight champ and one of Philly's favorite sons, Danny Swift Garcia, take on former WBA regular super lightweight champion and older brother to David Benavidez Jr., Jose Benavidez Jr. It will be Garcia's debut at 154 as he looks to become a three-division champ in this all-Latino affair where Puerto Rico meets Mexico. Both fighters promise to bring action, and no doubt things could get muy caliente in the center of that ring. Muy. It has been about a year and a half since Danny Swift Garcia last stepped into the squared circle, and after some much-needed soul-searching, the rejuvenated Garcia is ready to take on his next challenge, and in a new division to boot. After his loss to Errol Spence Jr. back in December 2020, where he was outpointed in a unanimous decision loss, Garcia left the limelight to get some, as explained by Garcia himself, rest and recuperation after feeling burnt out, in his own words. There were calls from pundits and those in boxing circles for Danny to leave his father and find another trainer. This was brought up in prior times and also after the Spence Jr. fight, as many feel that the controversial Angel Garcia has not only hindered his son's career and dragged the Garcia name through mud with his antics, prison time, and outlandish comments. However, Angel's dedication and commitment to his son cannot be questioned. And to the contrary, Danny only has love for his father. In his eyes, Angel is an inspiring figure that not only battled throat cancer, but did what he had to do to put food on the Garcia dinner table. It's this type of unbreakable bond and chemistry that is necessary in the corner of a fighter in order for a fighter to be successful, and it can't be denied that DSG has had much success in his career. Both Angel and Danny decided that the time to move up in weight was the next logical step, given the taxing demands on the aging Garcia, who was starting to feel the pinch from having to cut weight south of 154. DSG has stated the relief he feels now being able to stay heavier and closer to his walk-around weight, and is also claiming to have more pop in both hands, something that was, according to him, slightly diminished when cutting weight. But will this be the case? He has fought guys that have spent time north of 147 and had little success against them in terms of punch impact. I understand that when he fought these guys like Sean Porter or Keith Thurman, it was at a lighter weight, but he couldn't hurt them. Garcia has spent the last 13 to 14 years at 140 and 147, and despite having more than half of his victories by way of knockout, he will be facing guys that are accustomed to being hit by heavy opponents, something he'll need to get used to also. Danny has never been knocked out to his credit, but this might change. A record of 36 wins, 21 by knockout, 3 losses, all points decision, and 0 draws is a respectable record, and Swift has some good names on his resume, like the durable Robert Guerrero, Paulie Malignaggi, Lamont Peterson, Lucas Matisse, Zab Judah, Amir Khan, and a much older at the time, Eric Morales. But will he still have the skills and instincts to take names in a division with some real killers in it? Jose Merciless Benavidez Jr.'s most recent fight was at super welterweight, where the fight resulted in a draw. That was against Argentinian Francisco Torres, and before that fight, the Arizonian lost convincingly to Terrence Bud Crawford, where the fight had to be stopped in the 12th round. To date, it's the only loss on Jose's resume, and certainly nothing to be ashamed of, especially when you consider that Benavidez had some moments in that Crawford fight early on and also showed resilience against a spiteful puncher up until he no longer could. Psychologically, Benavidez needs to get back into winning form to erase recent performances, particularly his last bout where he was unable to overcome a 17-3 record and relatively unknown fighter with little punching power. Benavidez has a stalking style and likes to own the center of the ring, similar to Garcia, who also likes to work from the center of the ring, so it will be interesting to see who takes the initiative and leads the assault and dominates the ring space. Both fighters can counter punch, and both fighters possess some power. Benavidez in his right hand and Garcia with his left. Both fighters also love to dig to the body, so in many ways, these two are similar. Benavidez has a record of 27 wins, with 18 of those coming by knockout and just the one loss and one draw. Looking close at his resume, however, you notice an absence of top-tier names. In fact, the only time that Benavidez stepped up to the plate against a top-level, high-caliber operator, like when he did against Bud Crawford, he was thoroughly outclassed. Garcia may have had a long layoff from the sport, but he is unquestionably a top-quality fighter and multi-division champ, so Benavidez is going to have to show drastic improvement if he's to overcome the trickiness and ringcraft of Garcia. Benavidez has overcome obstacles before, like recovering and stepping back into the ring after being shot in the leg. This takes some serious determination and willpower, and there's no doubt in my mind that Benavidez has some dog in him. But that dog is going to have to be all bite when these two face each other, as both fighters are coming into this fight with something to prove. Benavidez will be the taller, rangier, and younger fighter. He'll do well to pressure Garcia by coming at him, digging to the body and feeding the jab all night long. He'll also need a higher work rate than we've seen in his bouts before. He's got to stay busy and accumulate points because I don't see Benavidez stopping Garcia. If I'm wrong, I'm happy to eat at my local Chinese dumpling house, where I had to send back a glass of non-alcoholic lemon, lime and bitters when I found little green floaties in my drink. And then when the chubby waiter returned, I'm pretty sure it was the exact same glass, only this time with less drink in it, as I found yet another green unidentified floaty inside, which makes me think he just plunged his fat little fingers inside to extract the floaties instead of pouring my drink into a new glass. Anyway, I'll eat there again if I'm wrong, but I see Garcia winning this on points. I think he has more class and a better skill set. Before we hear from the experts, a reminder to please jab that like, share, subscribe, and notification bell. Check out our Patreon page to become a Patreon family member, where you'll receive some cool perks. Want some merch? We've got t-shirts to baseball caps to phone covers, from boxing to crypto and everything in between. So head on over to InStock Shop to find something you like. You can find a link below. Life is a fight outside the ring, and I've certainly gone a few rounds. From substance abuse to depression to street fights and trouble with the law, my life has seen a lot of darkness, but I've turned my life around, and my experiences might help you to do the same if you are or have dealt with similar hardships. It's all documented in my book, How to Get Out of Life Traps, and it's available on Amazon. Just find a link below. Thank you for watching Pound for Pound TV. Please remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell for future updates. See you in the next one. Looking for an opportunity to make money? That cryptocurrency is so hot right now. I'm not a financial advisor, but it's pretty obvious that it is growing in popularity and utility. And many folks think that they have missed the boat on cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, but they couldn't be further from the truth. You can mine Bitcoin on your laptop, PC, or mobile phone if they are half decent, without having to splurge on expensive mining rigs. In fact, you can do it for free. This is not a paid sponsor, simply a great opportunity and something that I'm doing. And Stormgain can help you generate income using credit earned by mining online. Click the link below and start earning crypto today!